Everyone should be so fortunate in their career to have a colleague like Garry Root. He is the first person there to support you, to help you through a challenge. He's the voice of reason. He doesn't see limitation. It's all about possibility and how he can creatively solve a problem.
Garry is legendary because he's the guy that you go to whenever you need an innovative solution or need to get a team together to make something happen. He's the man behind the scenes that is involved in so many things, and I don't think people realize the things that happen because he's involved with them.
He's not just the idea guy, he executes on that idea, and he does so in a way that supports our team, shows compassion and respect, and he comes up with different innovative ways to do it.
Garry is always willing to help, no matter what situation it is or who it is. He always has innovative ideas, and he always comes up with innovative solutions.
He always, without hesitation, offered his help. We oftentimes had to work together on different projects related to strategic initiatives, and it was always a pleasure working with Garry because he was honest and he was straightforward. And he also offered another side of an opinion, so you didn't go along and rubber stamp things. Garry would always look at things from a different angle.
Garry as a leader he always leads by example. He's always first and foremost to volunteer for things. He is a huge advocate for the employee engagements. He works very closely with our group for the rewards and recognitions. He's always spearheading something to bring joy to our employees.
Garry as a leader is very on point. He's very community oriented, and he always makes sure that anybody, not just patients, but staff, visitors, anybody that comes on the campus or anybody in the community that needs something, he truly follows the UHS values to a T.
Garry just lives in possibility. You know, often when faced with a challenge or a new situation, you know, some people might catastrophize or, you know, think of all the things that can go wrong, and Garry just sees like the way through. Like, how are we going to get that next step? How do we accomplish what we need to accomplish?
Things that you can learn from Garry is you can learn what trust looks like, and you can learn what teamwork looks like. You can always trust Garry to give you his opinion and share his experiences and his knowledge about whether it's the hospital or the community. And you know that whatever he says he's going to do, he's going to do.
I could best describe Garry's leadership qualities as one of leading by example. Garry was never a person of a lot of words or giving direction, but he was always the first to step up, roll up his sleeves, and take charge of a situation. He didn't ask other people to do what he was doing, but he would always do what needed to be done. He always paid attention to detail, and the patient and the customer was always first in Garry's interactions.
He calls and says, hey, you know, I have somebody in the front parking lot that just blew a tire. Is there anybody here that can help him? That day when he called, we happened to have a few free moments and assisted the patient with you know, their tire. You get the tire off the ground, get it broke loose so they can go get a tire repaired and then come back and put it back on for them. A few minutes out of our day doesn't take a lot, but for us, it helped us, you know, be a better provider for the community. You know, it took one specific moment in time to make that person's day better, and that's what Garry is. He helps make that person shine.
Garry always spearheaded the chicken barbecue for the employees. Then when COVID hit, that, you know, threw a whole nother wrench into the system. Thinking outside of the box, he put up a small grab-and-go tent in the parking lot so that not only could all the employees still participate, but they could do it safely. They could go and pick up their stuff and take it back to their areas. So anytime that there's something different that affects us, Garry finds a way to go around it and be very innovative in the way that things are carried out to still give a good experience for the employees.
I've been here 20 years. I remember sitting in this boardroom the very first time I was a young kid then, and all these people around me much more experienced than I was. I think right away I was welcomed, and we made a difference here marketing-wise, and I think people in town quickly knew what this community hospital had to offer. I don't think there's a successful person without a successful team behind them, and I think this team that I've been able to work with for 20 years is pretty special. They do a good job. They care about this community. They care about the patients. They care about each other too, and I think the reward is just being part of that group.
Congratulations. I'm so excited that you were nominated for this award. I think you are so deserving, and I know you're uncomfortable with all of this attention, but you deserve every minute of it.
Congratulations, and I think you're well deserving.
Garry, you are the best. You know I love you, I love your family, and I love everything that you do for us.